This is Miran Tsay. She's in third year double majoring in English and East Asian Studies. Her recent work can be found in the UC Gargoyle, The Spectorial, Brain Scramble, and the Toronto Public Library's magazine.
Hello, Miran. What compels you to write?
I think what compels me to write is like the act of writing. Like I really love dialogue, and I really love like the cadence of prose. Like when you start writing like a whole paragraph of description, or like I love like conversations. I think they always like reveal a little too much. More like thematically or like concretely, like I really love writing about like relationships, but not just lovers, like family, friends, like specifically like someone at the beginning of the story and then who they are at the end of the story. That's my favorite.
Gotcha. What themes encompass your creative practice?
I think my creative practice itself is like really frenetic, and it kind of depends on the idea. When I'm writing, I like to be like immersed in the world, so I like to be thinking about it all the time, like doing research, and like when there's like other things in my life, like it's a bit harder. For what I actually like to write about, I really like to write about like identity, like change, like coming into oneself. I love like the small parts of that, so like hair as like a metaphor for like healing, like hair growth. I've really been into that recently. I love like name angst, like cultural displacement, all those good things. I really like change through love or change through another person, and like coming out the other end and not really knowing who you are.
Okay. Thank you, Miran. What will you be reading for us today?
Today I'll be reading an excerpt from one of my pieces from the UC Gargoyle. It's based in University College. It's a U of T campus newspaper. The first issue of this year was the city issue. So I wrote about like living in Toronto my whole life, and like she's had me, but like I want to have her too. You can pick this up at UC, but yeah, my piece is in Avant-Garde, the poetry section, and I'll just read a little bit. This subsection is titled like The Hour of the Star by Clarice Lispector, and it goes, on Queen, next to a Korean paper store, is type books. I'm a typist and a virgin, Lispector writes, and I like Coca-Cola. I'm a reader and a writer, and I like nothing else. I think and I practice, one less scary than the other. I stand in reverence and come back until the titles are familiar, until I can hold my own with authors' names, until I can tread water. I take my sisters and my dad, hoping they'll break and make the immersion. They do. My sisters never fail me. I find Churchill, the princess of a cat. I find Doug Miller and Balfour. She said boom because they recommend one another. I find type and flying and a different and Baka Phoenix, and I pocket the authors in my books like Bibles. I look to them for salvation as the seasons elbow each other out.